In this video, I'm gonna share three of the greatest tips from Joe Vitale's book, The Secret to Money, and how it has increased my income in very unexpected ways. And I've had a really great success with these very simple tips. Hi, my name is Rohit, and I've been studying about law of attraction for years. And my goal with this channel is to help people expand their awareness and also get in touch with their higher self and help them create their dream reality. So let's get into the video. So one of the you might have heard these tips in different books, maybe in Esther Hicks, maybe in other books about other kind of law of attraction teachers, maybe in The Secret, maybe Neville Goddard. I mean, you might have heard about these things in different books and different cultures, and Joe himself gets these tips from different authors. But the point about these tips are so simple yet so powerful. They are so simple that people kind of overlook them, and they don't take them seriously enough for them to get it rolling to for these tips to actually start making effect. So if you choose to take on these tips, I would suggest to stay consistent with it. Keep doing it and keep doing it until you feel like you have done it more than enough. And even then, when you feel like it, keep doing it for a while. So one of the very first tips is rewriting your money story. Rewriting your money story. So this was a really huge thing because I never thought about what kind of story goes in my head. So the first task of this task is that we rewrite our old story, what we were told as kids. Like for me, even though my family was generally well off, I was told don't ask for these expensive bikes. I wanted to buy a bike, and one of the bike was more expensive. It's like, don't ask for this expensive stuff. Don't try this. Or we can't be spending this much money on this and that and this. So I had this story, and I heard from my parents, not all the time, but a lot of time, that we have lack of money. We can't buy these expensive. We can't do these things. Other people have more money. We don't have that much money. We can't do this. We can't do that. And so that was a story which was constantly being projected to me and projected to many other kids on this planet. And if you think about it, if you look at the past, there must have been some instances in the past that we might have seen such things, or we might have heard such stories, and we might have unconsciously adapted them, taken them for truths. And we were kids, we were impressionable, and we would sometimes just accept things for truths when they actually are not something which is super true. They are just what they are. So this is one of the things which I wanted you to consider, and I want others to consider as well. So this is one thing, or one of the scripts. So what you do is you rewrite that script as if you wanted it to be. Like for my example, for me, it's like whenever I asked for something, my dad was like, okay, you want the best bike? Cool. We'll get that for you. Or you want to buy these clothes, you want to study in this school, you want to do this and that. Money was never a problem. There was always abundance. We got everything we wanted. Whatever I asked for, my dad always bought it for me. My mom never nagged me about buying expensive stuff or something like that. So there was abundance of money. Money was everywhere. Money kept coming in, and money kept showing up randomly in my house, and all these things. And I came up with this wonderful, wonderful story. And just thinking about the story puts a smile on my face, and I feel great and I feel happy. And it's like I have abundance of money, and it doesn't. So the important thing to remember about this task or this exercise is, it is not true. We are just making up the story. But what it does is it brings this kind of joyous playfulness about money, about a mindset about money, and it helps us look at those limiting beliefs about money, or any kind of beliefs we had about money, in a very playful, in a light way. And we're able to overcome those beliefs in a very simple yet very powerful way of just writing down your story. So some people call this scripting. If you studied Neville Goddard, and if you have studied Esther Hicks, you might have heard about scripting, where they script and how it should have been. Or if you had a bad day, you write the day how it should have been. Or you script your future. It could be different things with scripting. It depends on what kind of scripting you do. But it's very similar to scripting. So you basically rewrite your story in the past about the money, and you basically script it again, and so that it becomes the way you want it to be. Abundance, you never had to struggle for money. Your parents always bought you stuff and all that, and it feels amazing. And so that's tip. So tip number 2, it's one of my coaches also told me, that is to put an extra $100 in your wallet and always carry it around with you. Even if you feel like your wallet might get stolen, you are clumsy, or you lose your wallet and all that, extra $100. And honestly, in today's time, maybe when this book was written, $100 meant a lot, but I think honestly in today's time it doesn't mean that much. Sometimes I carry $300 in my wallet, right? So I would suggest to make it 200 or 300, whichever number which makes you a tiny bit uncomfortable, tiny bit, right? A tiny bit uncomfortable, and you choose that number. Ideally, for me, $200 worked. For you, even 50 or maybe 100, maybe 300, maybe $500 might work. So just choose that number. I think 200 is a good number to start with. And what you do is, this is what Esther Hicks calls as vibrationally spending. So when I'm going to work and I'm in my car, or if I'm taking a cab to work, I'm just looking across the window and I'm like window shopping, and I'm looking over there. I'm like, that jacket, that store, those shoes, I can easily buy it. I bought it. So I buy it in my mind. I'm like, I bought it. That's like $100. I bought it. Oh, that computer, maybe $300. Yeah, I bought it. I put the down payment. I'll pay the other 100 later. And I look over there, say, oh, nice clothes. Oh, nice perfume. Nice clothes. Nice suit. I bought it. So in my mind, when I'm driving to work, I'm vibrationally spending the money. I'm thinking I've already bought this stuff because I have $200 in my wallet, and it's always there. So I'm not actually shopping, but I'm shopping in my imagination, and I'm buying this thing. So what it does to you and your, you say your consciousness or whatever you want to call it, universe, God, whatever term you want to use for it, is that it brings you into a sense of abundance. So what this does is it brings us into a sense of abundance. And when we have this kind of sense of abundance where there's more than enough of everything is, I can always buy something and I always have money in my wallet, it really brings you in a state where you feel abundant, where you have more than enough of money, and you can buy whatever you want. You don't have to think about small change or asking for money or borrowing for money. You literally have the money in your wallet. And 99% of the time, I never spend that money. I never break that money. But if occasionally I had to break this money, I quickly replace it the very next day. The very next day, I put another $100 back into my wallet. And so I did that for a while, and it really raised my vibrational level. And now I always feel like I have money in my wallet, even though sometimes I don't have $200. But because I've done it for such a long time, it kind of vibrationally raised my level or my sense of abundance by having that money. And these strategies, these tools, these are basically tools. I know a lot of people who just visualize having money, and they don't need to really actually put $200 in the wallet. But if you're struggling with it, try this one, and this is a fantastic one. I really had a lot of fun with it. I still have fun with it, and when I'm like sitting in a cab, and even like driving a car, or like on a bike, I'm just going around thinking, oh, I bought this in my mind's eye. But that brings me into a state of abundance where we have more than enough of everything. So the next point I want to look about is like what we call as lucky money. So lucky money is like you just give away money and you don't tell people where it came from or how it is. It could be a very small denomination. It could be like $1, $5. So you just randomly place it between a book, or you place it next to a coffee, or you leave it on a coffee table. You shop you go to, you buy something from the store, you just leave it there and then just leave. You just leave money randomly everywhere. And it doesn't have to be big amounts of money, but you're giving away money. So let's say you decide you're going to give away $50 a month. Just give away randomly. And it's not like you are giving away to someone, let's say you're at a restaurant and this waiter is doing a great service and you want to give them a tip. Go ahead and give them a tip. But when we do this exercise, we're not like doing it to give someone a tip. We're just having this playful, this abundant energy about money, and we just place the money here and there and randomly, and we have this childlike gameplay, this expectation. Oh, what if that person finds money, and what will they think? What will they think about it? And what will they think who left the money? And what will they buy with it? What will they do with it? Will they keep it? Will they leave it? And what will they do? So it's like this playful energy around money. And a lot of us have like this dark, heavy, pressure kind of energy around money, But when we do this and when we are in this playful, wonderful, laughing and enjoying state, we're just like planting money, and it's like thinking about how should I make it exciting. One time I actually left money inside a glass, and the other person, the waiter or whoever, was actually, they poured water and they saw, oops, there's money, and they took it out. So that was kind of funny. But my point being is that you can just leave money anywhere and do it with like this playful attitude, because you're that $50 you're gonna give it away anyway. So let's say you have 5 bills, you have 10 bills of $5 each. You just place them randomly under a bookshelf, leave it on the printer, leave it in the coffee shop, in a library, somewhere randomly, and we have this playful energy about money. And we also think like, I have abundance, I can easily give away money, and I have this playful energy about money. And because we have this positive, playful energy about money, guess what happens? More playful, positive opportunities to spend money comes into your life, and so you attract more and more money. And it is surprising how this very simple and very small exercises, which might seem insignificant on the surface, but when you keep doing it for some period of time, you will see the change which keeps happening in your life, and you will see the money coming in very unexpected ways. And it will be like, it almost will feel like magic. It will almost feel like magic. So if you really like this video, please like this video and share with someone whom you think might benefit from this video, and please hit that notification bell so you get all the updates whenever I release a video. And please tell me your experience. Try these exercises for a week, maybe 2 weeks, for a month, and please tell me, how did it go? Post them in the comment section below, and I would love to hear your thoughts and comments about this. And until then, take care and have magnificent manifesting sessions, and do some wonderful exercises and take your manifesting to the next level. Until then, next time, take care. Cheers.